Just picked up this Olympus E-M1 Mark III, and I want to see if this thing makes as good of a vlogging camera as I've heard and as I've seen. Let's check it out. I've never bought an Olympus camera before. This is my very first, and I'm really delighted with what I got. The best thing about this camera is the build quality. It's made really well. Although it's not made in Japan, it's made in Vietnam. The quality of the build and just holding this camera, it's just really solid. And compare it to, let's say, the Lumix S1H, which I also have, it's much more fun. It's much more enjoyable to use this camera right here than the S1H. And of course, when I travel, I don't want to bring that thing along. That thing is really, really heavy. Second is the image stabilization. Now, this is the first time I'm doing a test, but I think you'll agree. This is really, really good. And it's got really good face detection. Right now, I can see a box around my head the whole time. It's still there. It just went away there for a second. So I should be in focus as I'm doing this. And the colors are good, and just a good, I think, all-around camera. So what do you guys think? Did I make a mistake getting this? Is that background in focus? I don't want a blurry background. So I put it in a video mode, adjusted a few settings, turned on the image stabilization, and right now I'm at the wide. Yep, I'm at 8mm on this lens. The lens I'm using is also built really, really well. It's I just can't believe these two together. They look like they come from the same manufacturer, but they don't. This is the Panasonic Lumix 8 to 18mm. So equivalent right now, this is going to be 16mm equivalent full frame. And I still have the box on my head right now. Going downstairs. All right, now I'm going to put it back on 8mm or 16. Now, one thing I don't like about this camera is the menu system. The menu system is as dorked up as everyone says it is. But just plan on spending a couple hours in there and then creating a custom menu where you can have your own favorite settings. Okay, right now the digital image stabilization is off. It is off. Okay, now I'm just walking. Yeah, this is not on a gimbal. I'm not stabilizing this in post. I am simply walking, and I'm at 8mm. I want to talk to you a little bit about the stabilization. So I'm on mode 1. What mode 1 is the sensor is stabilized, and it adds to that digital stabilization, kind of like what the GoPro 8 does. So that's how it achieves this impressive look. Now this lens, it's an amazing lens, but it's not stabilized. So that's how they get around this. So there's no triple stabilization here. It's just two things. The sensor is stabilized, which is easier to do on a smaller camera like this because it's got a smaller sensor on it. And then it corrects digitally right now in the camera as it happens. That's pretty cool. Doing a slight jog. How's that stabilization? Can't wait to edit this. The lens I'm using is the Panasonic 8-18 f2.8 to 4, I believe it is. Got it for $200 off. So if you're looking for some massive depth of field, you're not going to get it. But I think for a vlogging solution, this is perfect. And no, this lens does not have its own stabilization, but it doesn't need it. Just look at that big building in the back there. Yeah, let's see, let's get back there. Look at that. So the construction of this camera is amazing. The menus are terrible. It's easy though to get up and running. And let me go against the wind here. And I'm using the Rode VideoMic Go. And it's just a quick plug and play. I don't even turn this microphone off. It's got such good battery life on both the receiver and the transmitter. I just let it go.